Questions for Trey?
All right, we talked to Jaden about it, but take us through from your perspective. You think you're going to catch a kickoff and he just boxes you out and then runs away?
Yeah. So actually, so like all week, we're preparing for that. Like, we kind of knew, like, these past few weeks they've been kicking it, like, kind of all over the place. So, we prepared for it. And actually, like, when I go look on the film, it was in gray area, but I think he did have the right of way to take it. But I couldn't see where I was. I just was going off feel. You know what I mean? And the biggest thing is just making sure you communicate. So I yelled me, and he didn't hear it. And I just kind of remember throwing my hands up like, all right. And then I run up, and then it just was slow motion. I just saw him around like, no way. And then he just broke out, and I'm just like watching him run. I'm just watching him. And then I see someone coming. I think it was a kicker. I'm like, man, if the kicker gets him, this is gonna be bad. So I just started running, and he ended up taking it all the way, and I just was in utter belief. It was crazy.
It went on his side though, didn't it? Like, wasn't it on his side of the...
Yeah, so like that's what I'm saying. So like the way it is, it's like I have like my side and like the middle, so like it's kind of like 2-on-1. But like where I was at, I couldn't really feel that. So like if you really look at it on film, like he did kind of have the right away. Like I said, just make sure you communicate. You know what I mean? And I don't think there's there's no better way for him to take the kick return than take it all the way to the house. So.
Luke mentioned and Ben mentioned as well that Ben got up in front of the team after that game and acknowledged that he didn't play his sharpest or his best ball. What does that mean for the quarterback to get in front of the team and take ownership of that?
It's tremendous. I mean, he's a great leader, man. I think it's hard, because that guy has a bunch he has to do. Not just on the football field, off the field as well, with all the stuff that he hears. So, it just shows how strong he is. And I know everyone in that locker room has his back. You know what I mean? So for him to stand up there and, acknowledge that, he's not playing his best, that just makes us even more wanting to, do our best for him, to give him the best, availability when we're out there. So, yeah, he's a great guy, a tremendous leader, and I'm excited for him for the rest of the season.
Back to the kick return. I saw you in the end zone afterwards, just laughing hysterically. Like, what's going through your mind, like, after you get to that point? Is it like hitting you like he took that from me and he actually took it to the house? Because you seem like you were enjoying yourself a bit.
Oh, it was. I said like it was like when it first happened, I'm like, bro, like he took the kick return from me. Like, what are you doing? You know what I mean? And when I just got down, I'm like, there's no way. Jaden Thompson, like, all right, I can see like, he's a crazy athlete. Like if we had Tyler back there and Tyler did that, I'd be like, you just kicked it to him and that was the mistake you made. But same with Jaden, he was a punt returner for a while, and there was a few times I'm like, he's gonna take a punt return back, and me and Ryan are gonna look at each other and be like, I don't know, man, we might need to keep him back there. But yeah, I just saw it, and when he took it back, I'm just like, no way. Like he took one back before I did this year. I'm like, I think I'm done for the year now. You know what I mean? We might go back out there this Saturday, and he might see a new returner. So, kudos to him.
He had another one of those short area quickness. When he broke it, we've seen it a couple times, as a pass catcher. He said he doesn't have the speed that you and Tyler have, so he has to rely on that. Talk about his wiggle a little bit, his ability to, in short areas, make people miss.
That's Jaden Thompson for you. I mean, and that's not even just like short. Like you can see it like on his releases and stuff. I mean, the dude, he might not strike you as a straight line speed guy, obviously, as he said, but like, the releases that he has and stuff like that is so quick that it gets you off guard. And as soon as he's going, he gets going. So yeah, like he's tremendous with that. And like I really think I've saw it in full effect this year, because we always heard about it. He'd pull up his high school highlights and stuff like that. I'm like, all right, well that doesn't matter. You have to do it in college. And I think when he did that at USF, we kind of like that's the Jaden that we're here. And then it's just his past week, he just really showed the world what he's capable of. So yeah.
How important was it in a game where maybe Ben wasn't his sharp or smooth accurate for you and Tyler to have big yak plays that went for touchdowns?
Oh, it was super important. I think, people get the misconception is we need to take a shot down the field. We need to throw a deep ball down the field. Well, me and Tyler talk about that all the time. Like, personally, like as a receiver, I think it's, for us, we like, a quick slanter, inside had a screen and take it to the house. It just shows what you can do. So, it's huge, man. Like, I remember, like, the play before we tried to hitch and go with Tyler. I mean, he's wide open. You know, he just missed him a little bit, and I could just remember it was 3rd and 5. And I'm like, all year we've repped like screens and stuff like that, and I just know coach is like, it's gonna hit, it's gonna hit, it's gonna hit, it's gonna hit one of these games. You know what I mean? We've hit him in practice, and then they've been successful. And I don't know, I just had a weird feeling. I'm like, I'm gonna catch this, and I'm just gonna run. You know, and I did, and I just saw it, and I'm like, all right, now it's time to put on a little speed display. So that was kind of my thought process. And like, yeah, like we don't need to take a shot down the field. You know, not every time. You know, I mean, we can, but you know, it's just those little simple things is what can be the difference in the game.
There's a lot on the table for you guys in these next 2 games. Temple's a team that hasn't had the greatest season, and then you got Tulane in the final where they're ranked and there's a lot on the line, and there'll be senior night for you and others. How do you, as one of the leaders, make sure you don't overlook this Temple team and don't get your mind too ahead of yourself, you know, skipping over?
Well, the scary thing about them is they're like, obviously, you know, they got a new coach and stuff like that, and new coaching staff. So the scary thing about them is they're playing their best ball in November, and that's what we pride ourselves on. Make sure we're playing our best ball in November. So I think they're really doing that. It's a really good team over there. I'm excited to play them. You know, I actually know a few people over there, and I know that like Temple's always been I'd say a problem for us. Even before I was here, you know, I mean, I can remember my senior in high school, they were undefeated, and they went over there and played Temple away and lost. You know, I mean, that was one of the only losses other than UCF that year. But Temple's always a tough place, you know, a tough place to play, and they're always a tough team. So I think everyone's going to be on high alert. You know, obviously knowing what we got next week, but this week is just as important, just because of how they play and who they are. So yeah, everyone's going to make sure that they're focused and have a good week of practice.
Coach has been pushing that "just be us" mantra even back into preseason. As you're getting into this year, do you find it hard to not compare things to last year, maybe the last 2 years?
Sometime. You know, I mean, like the "just be us" thing. It's, you know, it's like what he says, just be us. You know what I mean? So, you know, I think sometimes people find like, oh, the 2021 team. You know what I mean? Like, but like at the same time, like that team was just like we were just being us. You know what I mean? Like that team was amazing. You know, and this team is as well. But I think our biggest thing is just like, you know, like what we're doing now. This just might be who we are. You know what I mean? Last year, you know, we had some games that we, you know, handled business really well, but we also had games that we closed. You know, like we had Tulsa, you know, goal line stand. We didn't play Tulane well. Navy, you know, on the road. So, you know, I think the biggest thing is just understanding that we aren't that team from last year, and we don't need to be. You know what I mean? We're 8-2 where we are now. You know what I mean? I just think we need to understand like what we're doing now is just who we might be, and just understand that and embrace it.
Your head coach was in this room before you came in. He said, "This is when the playoffs start." That was his message about what you guys have in front of you right now. How aware are you guys of the impact of these final couple of games on what you want to get done this year?
Super aware. November is that month for that, you know, and I mean, it's something that we've earned, put ourselves in the position to do, and you know, I know we're gonna take full advantage of it. And the crazy thing is, it's gonna be it's gonna be tough. You know what I mean? We play 2 games in 11 days basically, and there's not much off time in that. So you know, I think everyone's awareness, and you know, we have to have a heightened awareness about what we have to do, and that starts with this week against Temple. I think the biggest thing is, you know, we actually had a few days off after this game, and you know, just making sure that our mind's right for practice this week. You know, we'll have our normal practice schedule, normal schedule for everything. So just making sure we go up there and handle business, because like I said, it's going to be a really good team. You know what I mean? And yeah, so go handle our business and then worry about the next one.
Does it feel like this offense is close to getting in sync? Because it seems just miss a deep shot by a yard, or you know, there's a drop on a key third down. It seems like the plays have been there to be made. Does it feel like you guys are close to finding that rhythm again?
Oh, definitely. You know, it always stings when you come back and you watch film on like a Sunday. You know, obviously after the game, you see like how close one play is. You know how close one play is for a touchdown. Like the play before I scored, Tyler should have went for, I don't know, however long that was, 55-yard touchdown, because we didn't complete. So I mean, yeah, we're this close. You know, we all got to be on the same page, and you know, it's kind of been something throughout the season that we're still trying to, you know, hammer on, and you know, I think this week in particular, you know, we'll kind of just kind of get back to our basics. Based off what they do, we're not gonna put in a bunch of exotic stuff. We never really do, but it's it's just when you have a defense and how they play and stuff like that, it just kind of makes it all hairy about what you want to do. But yeah, I'm excited about that, and yeah, we're definitely trying to get on the same page for sure.
Tonight is the college football playoff reveal show. You guys seem to be back in that conversation for the first time this season. How curious will you be to see where you guys are if you are in the top 25?
Honestly, I can't recall really looking at the rankings that much this year. So honestly, I have no idea. I honestly didn't even. I kind of forgot that was on today. So yeah, I mean, I think our biggest thing is winning football games. So that's the main thing we'll do. I mean, it's obviously cool to be acknowledged in that it's everything we get we want to earn. So if that's where we're gonna be tonight, pretty cool. But I won't put too much stock in it. And if we aren't, and because like I said, we still have a game this week, and that's what we're gonna take care of.
Cool. Any more questions for Tre? Thank you.